driver. My driver's 262, kind of average carry. When we play, sometimes I have a 10 finger kind of step through hit, don't I?
Yeah, got a couple of beauties on slow-mo recently.
Yeah, which I use to try and push a little bit extra distance out of it. Let's see what difference it makes. Let's see what difference losing 2 fingers on the club make as well. Because I'm going to hit both of these shots as hard as I can. So both of these groups of shot, I'm going to hit that way hard, that way hard as well. And we'll see the comparison. Is it just my imagination that makes me feel like they go further, or is it actually measurable? So this is my standard shot, but trying to hit it like decent.
Okay.
So I'm not killing it, but I am hitting it as hard as I'd want to with the way I'm kind of holding it. It's kind of my default setting, to be honest. Yeah, I'm trying to hit each drive full out. Right, one more before we go to the mega balls. A little bit toey, that one. 254, so slightly less. So 259 average carry. Last one slight miss hit takes it to 261, but we'll leave it in there. Spinning at 2-2. So they kind of are my numbers. So I'm now going to go 10 finger grip, trying to hit it as hard as I can, and then I'll do 10 finger grip with step through as well. So I'm now going to go 10 finger as hard as I can, but without a step through. I definitely feel I can go further with 10 fingers, and that is 265 10 fingered to 259. Spinning at 2-2 to 2-2, is that the same? Launching it 13.9 to 14.7, so a fraction lower. Strike more than anything else.
Ball speed just up a little bit?
Ball speed should be up, yeah, ball speed up quite a lot. 3 mile an hour, potential of 9 yards, or
is that dotted?
6 to 9.
Is that dotted, that face?
Sure is.
Okay, so what's the club head speed? Is that doing anything different from the shot to shot?
106 to 1, it goes up a mile an hour.
1 mile an hour.
Dispersion. Green is 10 finger.
Yeah.
Orange is not. Those two are toey.
Yeah, the ones out to the right.
Yeah, so I would put them more as my realistic batch, but on that batch it's straighter and longer. 10 finger, innit? Strike pattern look with orange. So that's the strike pattern with my grip.
Yeah.
That's the strike pattern with 10 finger, one loose one.
Just one at the top heel there.
Yeah.
I didn't see, well, we'll see in the experiment in a minute when you do the step through, but I wasn't seeing a great deal of difference of you being offline.
No.
When we did this.
I do feel the potential to go offline is much bigger.
So you see a bigger miss there?
Yes.
More speed, bigger miss.
Yes. Because I'll be honest with you, my short game feels better 10 fingered.
Yeah, that's the point. You're doing 10 finger short game, aren't you? Chipping and pitching.
It feels more like I can feel both hands, and if I want my right hand to work more so I can get the club overtaken, use bounce and stuff, I feel like I can do it, where when I'm locked together, I feel quite draggy with my left.
Are you doing that in a bunker as well?
No, bunker I'm interlocking. Because I'm using speed again. It's the soft ones I'm 10 fingering.
Yeah.
So it's like at the moment, it's the soft. It's the top end and the bottom end. And it's just going to bleed all through, isn't it? 10 finger step through down there. Okay. So this is me. Let's see, do you know what the step through is about?
I'm assuming it's just to create a little bit more speed with your hip rotation.
Okay, let me do one. I'll show you what the step through makes me feel like. So I stand a bit wider.
Yeah.
And I feel like I make a bigger swing. What it does is you can only go as fast as you can slow down.
Yeah.
So if I go at that speed and my hips stop, I feel I'm going to hurt myself.
Yeah, something will click.
So I feel by stepping through, because everything's moving really fast here for what my body can handle, by letting that go with it, allows everything to stop here.
Yeah.
So rather than going really fast here and then slamming on the brakes, is what we do. So as soon as that club gets past its like drop point, I'm then pulling back on that club and holding on to. Everyone is almost like trying to pull that grip off.
Yeah.
As the forces kind of go neutral, as good old Brian Manzella would call it. So by stepping through, it allows a bit of relief. Like, think of it as a plane landing in the wing. How much difference does the fact they put those flaps up make? Like, I'm thinking, I want them just to whack the brakes. I don't care about those flaps. But those flaps are making a difference for it slowing down, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the equivalent. That's the flaps going up for me. So the brakes are the biggest thing. But I'm just putting the flaps up a little bit to help the brakes take more effect almost. Oh yeah, got that.
Cool. How are you feeling?
Yeah,
Huh?
not too bad.
Proper
160
workout.
ball speed.
Boom.
273 carry with step through, 2-2 spin, 2-2 spin, 2-2 spin. How consistent is that?
259.
259 to 265 10 fingers, then to 273 step through 10 fingers. Ball speed the same. 150, 153 to 157.
Club head speed. Can we look at that?
105, 106.9. That's 105.7. So that's only one really. Jumps up to 109.
Well, nearly 110. That's
Yeah.
closer to 110. What's your biggest one you've got there? So you got a
110.
110. So you're shaking
0.4.
up. You know.
So potential with the 10 fingers, there's a lot of 107s. Where with my normal grip, it's 104s to 106s.
Yeah.
Not getting anything 104 with 10 finger. Step through, nothing at 107. So 9, 09, 08, 09 and 10.
Yeah.
I can see why that shot is being part of my game. If you think about it, when I was a kid growing up, most people were hitting it past me.
Yeah.
But I'm playing at a decent level. And then what happens is I'm hitting loads of fairways, if not nearly every fairway. So what happens when you get bored?
Yeah.
Can I hit a fairway if I'm silly? That's the question. And I thought, yeah, I can. So then that shot became a shot. I mean, I've played that shot in tournament golf. I get funny looks, but it's like, I can play it. It goes further. Dispersion. So that's the 10 finger step through. That's the 10 finger. And that is the me trying to hit every fairway.
I'll be honest. That is what I saw in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
You were you were nowhere near going more offline with that step through than what you were getting from your standard shot. And
Agreed. Strikes with step through, 10 finger. 10 finger. And standard. Honestly could go 10 finger as a compromise.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I look at that strike pattern, that's what you're kind of used to.
Yeah.
But I think over time, if you were playing with that sort of step through, I think you'd learn to understand your strike patterns with that.
I think so much of it is coaching as well, which I think for me makes me feel a bit sad. How many people have you taught the 10 finger? How many beginners? It's every beginner lesson, isn't it?
Yeah. Never. Ever. I mean, I have when I first started out coaching with Steve, done a Fingal down there, but I started doing the individual or the group coaching for beginners. It was give them the option. What feels more comfortable to you? 10 finger, interlock, overlap. You know, these are the three grips really that we're working with. You choose.
Yeah, if someone was to ask you which one's better, you wouldn't have put 10 finger up there, would you?
No, absolutely not. I started with overlap.
Yeah.
And I moved to interlock.
Well, what's interesting, I started interlock.
Yeah.
I had a great coach growing up who said you should overlap. He said because you're losing 2 fingers there.
Right.
That way only loses 1.
Okay.
Trouble is with overlap, so I went overlap for a long time. It just, my hands are small, it just feels so apart and loose.
Yeah.
That I didn't like it, so I went back to interlock because it feels better.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I want those speeds without having to step through.
Yeah.
Which means I need to get stronger, which we might do something on. Should I 10 finger or interlock? Well, so I've never done it with irons, even though I'm starting to do it with chipping. That's a miss hit 8 iron, 135. feel like I can go faster.
You look like you can go faster. I'm just behind the camera here. It looks like you've got a lot more speed going through the ball.
And I honestly have started to feel, so can I go softer? That's the other thing. There's no point going faster if you then ruin your softer, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I do feel I can go softer, but I do feel like I might not be as controlled.
You might have to try and learn to manage that.
Yeah, yeah, I do feel like interlock makes... Cool, I've got my brains going now. Did you know Harrington...
You are not going to sleep tonight.
Did you know Harrington used to change his low hands for left to right and right left putts? When he was Walker Cup, he would have one hand below the other for one break, and if it was the other break, he would go the other way.
Nothing surprises me with Bobby Harrington.
Right, but that kind of makes sense, doesn't it, if you think about it? And so I'm thinking full club 10 finger, finesse club interlock. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I'm giving up, what was that, 10 yards?
But surely you would think that the more fingers you have on the grip and the club, the more you're going to feel it.
And
with
the more
control.
But think about
speed.
Speed. I always did this with students when they talked about grip.
Yeah.
Because I was a big fan of 10 fingers. I would say, yep, if 10 fingers is fine, go with it. I would then do this speech. The less fingers you have on the club, the less speed you can put through it. Because I can't put much speed through that club with one finger.
Yeah.
Give me 2, I can put a bit more.
Yeah.
Give me 3, it's a bit more.
Yeah.
Give me 5, a bit more.
Yeah.
7, do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now give me 10, well,
Yeah.
I've got nothing more to grab on with now. That's me at full tilt. Absolutely, you can see why step through is a shot, can't you?
Yeah.
Maybe I should do step, that's a 149 A time.
A time.
I want my A time going 155. That's what I want. I might turn into 149. I might start stepping through. This could be funny, couldn't it? Post comments down below. We did this video a bit with Steve. He was saying this when he talked about the bomb balls, the rockets, or whatever he was calling it, which was a great point. Have you got a go faster action? If you have, what do you do? Down there below. I've definitely got one. You've heard me. I do it in rough. I go to 10 fingers when I want the control speed to the aggressive side. And I definitely go to 10 fingers when I want to hit a 3-wood over a lake and it's pushing me at my limits, all those kind of things. What do you have? As I practice this more and play it more, it feels a little bit like any desire to speed for me was coached away from me. Was coached out of me. Because what you're doing is you're applying a grip. So Tiger Woods uses that grip.
Yep.
But I haven't got the speed Tiger's got because we're very different people in shape, size.
Yeah.
So why would you teach me to use a grip? He's got speed, I need his speed. Well, if I get closer to it there and accuracy stays, why on earth would you ever tell me to do that? Surely.
Yeah. I think Lester uses 10 finger.
He does.
And he can bomb it out there.
Oh, shall I? Definitely work my chipping. Post comments down below, let me know what you're doing for extra speed. Let me know if you don't do anything for extra speed, because the biggest thing with this, which is what Steve said, which I totally agree with, is that people panic. This makes them scared. They're going faster, and I'm in that group because I only use my 10 finger or my step through when we're literally at the point of no return.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like you're both on the fairway. I need to get over this lake. There's no point me going around it because you're going to win the hole. So I have to do the step through.
Yeah.
There's an argument to say maybe I should be doing it every shot, looking at those numbers, isn't there? Got to test, haven't you?